And guess what? The winner of the season opener, Brett Moffitt, is with us. And, Brett, that was a great look at what the K&N Pro Series East is like, racing on great tracks. Not only did you win, you led from the pole, won from the pole, and led every single lap.
We did. That was, absolutely outstanding. We couldn't have started the season better off. And to be able to do that on our first race together is just amazing. Michael Waltrip Racing obviously proved themselves in the past 2 years with Ryan Truex, and I'm glad to be able to step in there and do it myself.
Now, you just moved to this area from Iowa, 18 years old, right?
Yep.
Do you have a career path in your mind of how you want it to go? You said you're with Michael Waltrip Racing, or do you take it one race at a time?
It really is one race at a time with this sport. You're only as great as your past season and your past few races. So, people look at that and, you just got to string together that run of top fives and hopefully, get me my first championship this year.
We saw Trevor Bayne. He won the Daytona 500 a day after he turned 20. Joey Logano, and then the guys that you're racing with this past weekend, Corey LaJoie, Brandon McReynolds. Does it make it real for young guys like yourself when you see Trevor Bayne come out of that series and then win the biggest show there is in stock car racing?
Yeah, definitely. It's great to see that, but at the same time, you got to think and realize that that's one person that made it through this series to that level. So, you got to keep that humble head on your shoulders and just know that anything could happen in this sport. It's not just because I'm winning races now in the series doesn't mean it's a given that, I'll be in Trevor Bayne's position in a few years. I'd like to hope and pray that it does, but you never know how things are going to work out. So I'm just doing the best I can and trying to make the most out of it.
Brett, do you worry about maybe moving up too fast? There's such an emphasis on youth in the Cup Series right now. Let's say Michael Waltrip calls or Joe Gibbs, whomever, and says, hey, we want you to drive a Cup car next year. What would you do? How do you answer that question?
I would ask for a lot of testing time. It's the more seat time, the better, and the more comfortable you'll be. You'd like to be able to take a few years here and then a few years in Nationwide and then have your shot at Cup. But, it's the way things work in this sport are demanding and right now. So it's you got to be in the moment and you got to be ready for whatever comes your way. And if that was to come my way, then I'd need to be able to be ready to be in that position. Physically, mentally, and obviously I'd have to be there on the driving side as well.
Well, it was a great start to the season. Congratulations. By the way, I read your bio. Your favorite actor is Will Ferrell.
He's funny, man.
From Wedding Crashers? The Meatloaf, Ma, where is it?
I actually saw Talladega Nights before Wedding Crashers.
Okay,
so
all right.
Even though Wedding Crashers was an older movie, he made Talladega Nights very fun to watch. So.
All right. Second place is the first loser, right? And
that's I was trying to go by that philosophy this weekend, and luckily it paid off.
Well, great job. Glad you're here, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you. I look forward to continuing this on, and hopefully I'll be back on your show soon.